There's a lot of chicken littles out there talking about the real estate market and how the sky's falling and the market is just going to implode, it's doomed, it's over. We're going to lose all that equity that we built up over the last couple years. Well, today, in today's market update for North Idaho, we're going to go over the numbers and see what specifically the market's doing up here. And we're going to then go to more of a national level and see, is the sky really falling? Before we continue, my name is Geanetta. I'm your host today. I'm a realtor and team leader of Elite Realty Partners right here in North Idaho. Make sure that you hit the like, the subscribe, and the bell icon. That way you get notified of all of our videos. Plus, if you want to have a one-on-one discussion with me about this video or any other topic, down below is a link to my calendar. Go ahead and click it, pick a day and time that's going to work best for you. So how is North Idaho's market shaping up right now as we're heading into Q4 of 2023? Overall, it's been a really weird year. There's a lot of buyers, they're skeptical, they're not as committed, and they're driven by the mortgage rates. And why shouldn't they be? With high rates, higher home prices, affordability is the name of the game. But what we're seeing, what I'm seeing in my team, sellers are more apt to help lower the interest rate to make the house more affordable. We're seeing that through seller concessions, and maybe not always in the form, the concession's not always in the form of reducing the rate, but maybe we're seeing more repairs or there's a roof that needs to be fixed. We're seeing concessions from sellers that we had not seen for the past several years. As always, if the home is priced right, it is moving. If it's in a desirable location, it is moving. It's the houses that are struggling the most that I'm seeing, or first-time home buyers. That price point, which sadly is really 400 to 500, maybe 600,000, that range is still really tough on homeowners. The move-up buyers, that market, which is kind of in the 700, 800,000 range, all the way up to like 1.2, that market up here is still doing well. We're still getting a lot of people from out of state moving to North Idaho. And a lot of times those folks, because they're working remotely, they can afford these higher prices. So what do the numbers say about Bonner County? Well, May was the high listing season, meaning that's when we had the most amount of homes on the market, and every month since then the number has decreased. The median sale price for a home in Bonner County in September of 2023 was $655,000, and that is down from the previous month of $639,000. Not a big difference, and really that's kind of where the number has been all through the summer. Overall, what we've seen from month to month, and this number again has been very consistent this summer, sellers are netting about 97% of their listing price. And basically what that means is if a seller has their home listed for $100,000, you can expect that they're going to get an offer for at least $97,000. Now, if we look at Kootenai County, it's very similar. May was the peak listing season for Kootenai, and it dipped a little bit, and in September of 2023, it was back to kind of that May level. So Kootenai has done a better job of having more inventory than Bonner County. Now, for September 23, the median sell price down in Kootenai was $550,000, and that's down by a whopping $5,000. Last month, it was $550,000. So again, we're not dealing with these big changes, and it's been like that all summer where we're up 5,000 or down 10,000, we're coming up 15 the next month. So we have this nice balancing act this summer between Bonner and Kootenai County. Now let's go national. If you look at the United States, every single state, the mortgage loans, all of them, in the United States, only 3.3% are delinquent. And if you go back to 2008 and other recessions, that number was higher than 3.3%. That's a pretty small number when you're looking at all the mortgages in the United States. Now let's look at the percentage of mortgage loans that are under 5%. That number is at 90%. So 90% of all mortgage loans are under 5%, and then 3.3% are delinquent. So that leaves a pretty small number that are in these high mortgage rates. And to really put perspective on this, did you know that of all the homes in the United States, every home, it doesn't matter if you own it outright or if you have a mortgage on it, 40% of all homeowners own their house outright, meaning they don't have a mortgage. So that's just another big factor of how many people have sub-5 rates, how many people own their house outright, and the amount of inventory or their lack of. These are really big reasons why the housing market is not going to implode. It's not going to crash. It's not going to sink. It's not going to do any of that. There's too many factors that is holding up these higher prices. It's going to take an external event for that to happen, like unemployment. People start losing their jobs. Now we're going to see, if that happens, or see delinquency on mortgage loans go up. Now, I don't have a crystal ball. I don't know what external factors are going to happen, and neither do you. You can only guess. You can only make the best decision for you. I'm just here to lay out what is currently going on today. What is the market doing today? And we can only make a decision really based on today. Because if we're going to go out like Chicken Little and just run around and tell everyone that the sky's falling, and that doesn't happen, well, you may miss out on the house that you really want, and you may settle for a home that, well, you're just settling for it. So make the best decision for you. I'm not advocating for you to go buy or sell a home right now just because everything looks good right now. If it's not the right time for you, it's not the right time for you, and that is fine. But I just want you to be aware, everything is pointing to a stable market. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next episode.